So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On play action, Mariota. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Wilson on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. To throw again is Wilson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Now a give, left side. This is Murray. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And credit the tackle to Cliff Averill. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. A handoff. It's Murray. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
3rd down, 15 yards still needed. Time running out here on the play clock. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And give him a gain of 37. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's got Curse. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Curse from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They'll look to throw. Finding time. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now a desperate, they got his man, complete. Give him 28 yards on that one. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Complete to right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Check A2, check A2. Single.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Andrews. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw. And this is caught at the 8. 30 yards on the pickup there. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the...
And he's got it! It's caught for a touchdown! And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that...